Hello everyone, I welcome you all to this lesson. Today I am going to discuss on the topic Underground, which is written by James Reeves. This is a beautiful poem, children, in which the poet has described the busy lives of various animals that live below the ground. So let us start this particular lesson. But before that, let me ask you, have you subscribed to my channel? If you have not subscribed up till now, then please do. And watch the video till end. And press the like button if you have liked it. And I'm sure you're going to like it, as it will be very much beneficial for you in your exam. So children, let us start. First of all, I'll tell you a short summary of this poem. The poem Underground was written by James Reeves. He was a British writer known for his poetry, plays, and contribution to children's literature. So children, he has written number of poems, number of plays, and for little kids like you people. In this poem, the poem is about the dark, quiet, and busy world underground. It explores and beautifully describes the busy life of various animals that live below the ground. Rabbits and moles dig burrows for themselves. Ants dig colonies together and let their brood flourish in a kingdom of their own. While at it, they dislike noise and maintain complete silence. The poet wonders if the ants pause their work when they hear him walking above the ground. Also, the poem speaks about hibernating animals spending the winter in a dormant state. After finding a secure and warm spot, they do not work and remain motionless for most of their stay below. However, they do not disturb if a fog. Now children, let us start with line by line explanation of the poem Underground. So in the first stanza, my lines are, in the deep kingdom underground, there is no light and little sound. So children, this line suggests a desolate and eerie environment. Deep kingdom implies a vast and mysterious realm below the surface of the earth. The absence of light indicates complete darkness, emphasizing the isolation and obscurity of this underground world. The mention of little sound suggests a deep and eerie atmosphere where even the usual sounds of movement or life are scarce, contributing to the sense of isolation and emptiness. In this subterranean realm, overall, this line sets the tone for an underground world that is both dark and eerily quiet, creating a sense of mystery and foreboding. My next line is, down below the earth green floor, the rabbit and the mole explore. So children, in this line, the poet says that the line evokes an image of life thriving in the underground world. The mention of a green floor suggests vegetation or plant life beneath the surface of the earth, indicating that despite the darkness, there is still vitality and growth underground. The presence of a rabbit and a mole exploring this environment adds to the sense of activity and life below ground. Rabbits and moles are well known animals that inhabit underground burrows, emphasizing the idea that this subterranean realm is not empty but rather teeming the creatures going about their lives. Overall, the line conveys a sense of natural beauty and activity in the underground world, contrasting with the darkness and silence described earlier. So, children, hope you are understanding what I am explaining. So, these two lines has given us an idea about the poem that what the poet is describing. So the poet has introduced the reader to the marvelous world below the surface. It does not have any light or sound because it is deep under the ground. This world below the ground resembles a kingdom of animals and insects. It is usually busy, it is equally busy, populated, and everyone has their work to do. For example, rabbits and moles busily dig burrows underground and explore their world in their way. So, children, the word mole means it is a small mammal nearly blind and digs passage beneath the ground and lives there. So, in this poem, what we have learnt in this stanza, that even the rabbits have their house beneath the surface of the earth. Yes, children. Now I'll tell you the word meaning and the sentences, how you are going to use them in your own words. My first word is underground. That is another way of saying underground, that is below the surface of the earth. Now the sentence, there is an underground room in the old house. You can also make another sentence like, recently they laid an underground pipeline. My second word is mole. Mole is a small mammal that is nearly blind, that digs passages beneath the ground and lives there. And the sentence you can make with this word is, the mole burrowed a hole in the ground. Or you can also make, the mole bored its way underground. My third word is quarrying. Here, digging into the ground. And the sentence is, in particular location, mining and quarrying can be a major source of employment. Another sentence is, there are caves all over the places left over from people quarrying stones. My fourth word is populous, that is crowded. Populous, which means crowded. Now the sentence, India is the world's most populous country. You can also say that Hong Kong is one of the most populous areas in the world. My next word is tread, which means footsteps or walk in a specified way. And the sentence you can make is, careful you don't tread in that puddle. Or you can also say, be careful not to tread on the flowers. My next word is toil, that is to work hard. And the sentence you can make with this word is, if you want knowledge, you must toil for it. Another one is, Linda has achieved her comfortable life only after years of hard toil. So children, if you want to excel in your life, you'll have to work hard. My next word is secure, which means safe. You can make sentence with this like, it's important to keep your documents secure. Or you can also make, you have made me feel secure. Another sentence is, I don't feel secure when I am alone in the house. My next word is introduce, that is disturbs or invading someone's privacy. The sentence you can make is, employers should not intrude into the private lives of their employees. My next sentence is, I don't intend to intrude on your life. My next word is Ardi, that is of the earth. And the sentence is, Michael has an earthy sense of humor. He likes rude jokes. Another one is, the air is full of an earthy smell after the rain. My next word is solitude, that is state of being alone. And the sentence is, after months of solitude at the sea, it felt strange to be in company. Or you can also say, he shut himself away to pray in solitude. My next word is gigantic, that is very big. And the sentence is, he has a gigantic appetite and eats gigantic meals. Another sentence is, the cost of the operation has been gigantic, that is very big. My another word, the last word is marvelous, that is amazing or fantastic. And the sentence is, he has done a marvelous job of decorating the room. You can make another sentence as, this painting is a marvelous example of her work. You can also make sentence like, I warmly congratulated him on the marvelous achievement. So children, with these words you can also frame your own sentences, and then you will see to it that you can make very good sentences. These were the word meanings of your poem Underground. Now let's move further. Yes children, so in the first stanza we have learned that the poet has introduced the reader to the marvelous world below the surface. It does not have any light or sound because it is deep under the ground. This world below the ground resembles a kingdom of animals and insects. It is equally busy, populated, and everyone has their work to do. For example, rabbits and moles busily dig burrows under the ground and explore their world in their way. So children, now let us move towards second stanza. And the lines are, the querying ants run to and fro to make their populous empire grow. Do they, as I pass overhead, stop their work to hear my tread? As I have already told you, the word populous means crowded. The word tread means the footsteps or walk in a specified way. And the explanation of this stanza is that ants are very disciplined and hardworking. They work together for hours without rest. They dig colonies below the ground and quickly grow in numbers. The poet refers to their large number as populous empire. The above lines help the reader imagine busy ants working together below the ground and expanding their empire in size and in numbers. Now children, I'll tell you line by line explanation of this stanza. Yes children, now I move towards stanza number 2. So in this stanza, the poet says that the ants, the line, querying ants run to and fro to make their populous empire grow. So this line illustrates the industrious nature of ants as they excavate tunnels and expand their colonies. That is, populous means crowded. The phrase populous empire emphasizes the vastness and complexity of their underground society. The next line, do they, as I pass overhead, stop in their work to hear my tread? These lines suggest that the poet's curiosity about whether the ants pause their activities to listen to the sound of the speaker's footsteps passing above them. It conveys a sense of wonder about the interconnectedness of all living beings, even those living beneath our feet. So it means to say that the ants are very hard working, whether they are staying up above or they are staying below the ground. So they are very hard working and they all work together below the ground and expand their empire in their colonies. The line, do they, as I pass overhead, stop in their work to hear my tread? So here the poet means to say that the ant prefers to remain busy and quiet. As a result, the poet wonders if the busy ant below the ground would stop their work when they hear the footsteps from the ground. It is because the silence-loving ants would consider the sound of the poet's footsteps as approaching danger. Hence, they might want to stop their work, stay silent, and let the poet walk away while ants remain unnoticed. Also, the poet describes hibernating animals spending their winter in dormant state. They find a secure and warm spot deep below the ground and sleep all day motionless. However, these hibernating animals might be disturbing when a fork or spade hits them while someone digs the earth. So here they are very much careful that while they are digging the earth, nobody should ever approach them, nobody should ever hurt them. My next stanza is downward the branching till country the dead. So here in this stanza, the poet says that the roots of the trees are ever spreading and branching deep below the ground. It is a natural phenomena noticed by the poet. Also, in some religions, the dead people are buried in graves underground. Hence, the poet has used the metaphor country of the dead to refer to the territory below the ground. So here in this stanza, the poet says that there is a country below the ground, and the line deep down the buried roots till gigantic bones. So here this means to say that deep down the ground, enormous rocks and stones create a hard layer. This layer provides stability of the earth like bones provide human body, firmness and strength. Hence, the poet has drawn a comparison between rocks and bones. In the line, in the dark kingdom till things are found, means to say that this is the last line. It is the concluding stanza and it conveys the poet's sense of wonder what the unexplored world beneath the ground is all about. The poet finds life underground very fascinating and believes that it is a home to many marvelous things. So, children, now I'll tell you line by line explanation of stanza number 3. And the lines are: some creatures deep and do sleep and do not toil secure, and warm beneath soil sometimes, or folk can spread in truths upon their a solitude. So here in this part of the poem, the poet describes how some creature sleeps peacefully underground, protected from the elements and the outside world. However, their peaceful slumbers can be disrupted when a fog or spade intrudes upon their solitude, indicating human intervention in their habitat. This intrusion disrupts their security and privacy, highlighting the fragile balance between human activity and the natural world. The line, some creatures sleep and do not toil, secure and warm beneath the soil. Sometimes a folk and spades intrudes upon their earthly solitude. So, this is the stanza from the poem which portrays the serene existence of certain creatures who sleep without the need of for labor, finding security and warmth beneath the soil. However, their tranquility is occasionally interrupted by the intrusions of a folk or spade, disrupting their earthly solitude. This imaginary emphasizes the delicate coexistence between the human activities and the natural habitat of these creatures, reminding us of the impact our actions can have on the environment. The line, download and branching tree roots spread into the country of the dead. So this line from the poem, it speaks that the poet paints a vivid picture of the interconnectedness between life and death, using the imagery of tree roots spreading underground. The roots symbolizing life and vitality extending and branch out into the soil, reaching into what is metaphorically described as the country of the dead. This imagery suggests that even in the depths of the earth where life may seem absent, there is a connection to the realm of the deceased. It evokes a sense of continuity and cyclical nature of existence, where life and death are intertwined in a vast underground network. The line, deep down the buried rocks and stones are like Earth's gigantic bones. In the dark kingdom underground, how many marvelous things are found. So in this stanza, the poet says that he illustrates the mysterious and inspiring qualities of the hidden world beneath the earth's surface. The buried rocks and stones are likened to Earth's gigantic bones, suggesting the underlying structure and foundation of the planet. The phrase Dark Kingdom Underground conjures images of a hidden realm filled with wonder and secrets waiting to be discovered. So this stanza, children, it evokes a sense of curiosity about the countless marvel that lie hidden beneath the surface, waiting to be unearthed and explored. Now let us move towards the question and answer of this poem. So my first question is, how can fork and spade intrude the life under the ground? And the correct answer is fork and spade, and are mostly used to dig the earth for planting saplings, for making a well, burying the dead, and so on. These tools could accidentally wedge into the homes of the creatures living under the ground, that is, rats, rabbits, moles, ants, and so on. Now, my next question is question number 2. What is earthy solitude? And the correct answer is earthy solitude in the above line refers to living alone under the earth's surface without disturbance from outside world. So the creatures who are living inside, they are free from all kinds of disturbance. Now I move towards question number 3, and the question is, what else do you think can interfere with their quiet life? And the correct answer is vehicles running above the ground, drilling or piling machines, children playing, heavy rains, etc. can interfere with their quiet life. Question number 4. Who, according to the poet, is busy under the ground? And the correct answer is the poet is able to visualize many creatures busy under the ground. The rabbits, the mole, and the ants make place under the earth to live peacefully. He is also able to imagine some creatures which sleep and do not toil. Question number 5. What does the poet mean by populous empire? And the correct answer is, by populous empire, the poet means to say that the colonies of ants built under the ground. Question number 6. Why does the poet call the place a kingdom? And the correct answer is, the poet calls it a kingdom because there are plenty of creatures that live underground, almost as if there is a separate kingdom present there. Question number 7. Why is it dark under the ground? So the correct answer is, it is dark under the ground because light does not reach there, as the kingdom is below the ground. And you know, children, the sun shines above the ground. So my next question is question number 8. Who does the poet think will stop their work, and why will they stop? And the correct answer is, according to the poet, ants, rabbits, and moles will stop their work to hear the footsteps of the poet walking over the ground. Question number 9. Why does the poet call the underground as the country of the dead? And the correct answer is, the poet says so because the creature living below the ground often die there itself. Question number 10. What thought crossed the mind of the poet as he walks on the ground? So the correct answer is, while he was visualizing some insect and animals busy underneath the ground, the poet wonders whether they would stop their work and hear him walking on the ground above. He thinks of the ants that runs to and fro, always busy trying to make their density populated empires. There are some creatures which the poet feels are quiet. These creatures feel secure underneath the ground, but sometimes are disturbed when people decide to take the earth for some work. The fruits of the tree, he feels, are also busy spreading into the graves of the dead. The poet says further down there are buried rocks and stones which are like Earth's huge sharpening tools. Overall, the poet is wonderstruck at the marvelous world that exists under the ground. My next question is question number 11. Some creatures sleep and do not toil. So the question is, why do they not toil? And the correct answer is, they do not toil because they are feeling sleepy in their home place. Question number 12. And the question is, the poet makes comparison of these creatures and others who toil. How are their lives different? And the correct answer is, the creatures who toil lead an active life than those who do not toil and prefer to live in their secure and warm place underground. Question number 13. And the question is, what do the buried rocks and stones appear to be to the poet? So the correct answer is, the buried rocks and stones appear to be the earth's gigantic bones to the poet. Question number 14. And the question is, do you think this comparison is suitable? Explain. So the correct answer is yes. The comparison is suitable because rocks and stones are bit of the earth's core, just as bones are a part of the human body. Question number 15. Write 5 adjectives to describe the kind of life that exists under the ground. And the correct answer is, the 5 adjectives to decide the kind of life that exists under the ground are secure, warm, dark, solitary, and busy. Now I move towards question number 16. And the question is, who does the poet think will stop their work and why will they stop? So the correct answer is, according to the poet, ants, rabbits, and moles will stop their work to hear the footsteps of the poet walking over the ground. Question number 17. Why does the poet call earthly solitude? And the correct answer is, earthly solitude refers to living alone under the earth's surface without disturbance from the outside world. Question number 18. And the question is, write few pairs of rhyming words from the poem Underground. And the answer is fro, grow, overhead, tread, toil, soil, stones, bones. Question number 19. Who is the author of the poem Underground? And the correct answer is, James Reeves is the author of the poem Underground. Question number 20. List few marvelous things found under the ground. And the correct answer is rabbits, moles, ants, and many other creatures are found under the ground. Question number 21. What is the moral of the poem Underground by James Reeves? And the correct answer is, it conveys the poet's sense of wonder about the unexplored world beneath the ground. The poet finds life underground very fascinating and believes that it is a home to many marvelous creatures. So children, these were the explanations, line by line explanations and question answers of the poem Underground, which is written by James Reeves. Hope you have liked the explanation, as well as these question answers will be helpful for you in your exams. So I end my this video. Please do like, share and subscribe my video with your friends. Thank you.